Hello, Shalom. Read with me day 10 of the Daily Bread. From Genesis, we'll be reading chapters 9, picking up from chapter 9, verse 18, all 10. And we'll read Joshua 14 out of the prophet side of things. From Psalms, we'll be reading 12 and 13, Proverbs 10, and Matthew 10. Okay. And the sons of Noah who went out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And Ham was the father of Canaan. These three were the sons of Noah, and all the earth overspread from them. And Noah, a man of the soil, and began and planted a vineyard. And he drank of the wine, and was drunk, and was uncovered in his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brothers outside. So Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it on both their shoulders, and went backwards and covered the nakedness of their father. But their faces were turned away, and they did not see their father's nakedness. Now Noah woke up from his wine, and he knew what his younger son had done to him. And he said, "Cursed is Canaan. Let him become a servant of servants to his brothers." And he said, "Blessed be Yahweh, the Elohim of Shem, and let Canaan become his servant. Let Elohim enlarge Japheth, and let him dwell in the tents of Shem, and let Canaan become his servant." And Noah lived after the flood 350 years. So all the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. And this is the genealogy of the sons of Noah: Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And sons were born to them after the flood. The sons of Japheth: Gomer, Magog, Madin, Yawan, Tulun, Meshech, Teras. And the sons of Gomer: Azkan, and Riphath, and Togarmah. And the sons of Yan: Elash, and Tarnish, Kittim, and Dodam. And from these the coastline peoples of the nations were separated into the lands, everyone according to his language, according to their clans, into their nations. And the sons of Ham: Cush, Mizraim, and Put, and Canaan. And the sons of Cush were Seba, Hawali, Sabat, Ramin, Sebek. And the sons of Raman: Sheba, and Dedan. And Cush brought forth Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one on the earth. He was a mighty hunter before Yahweh. Therefore it is said, like Nimrod, the mighty hunter before Yahweh. We're in 10, by the way. And the beginning of his reign was Babel, and Erech, and Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar. From the land he went to Asherah, and built Nawali, and Rehoboth Ir, and Caleb, and Rezin, between Nawadi and Caleb, the great city. And Mizraim brought forth Ludum, and Anamon, and Lebaim, and Nephilim. and Pathrusim and Casluhim, from where came the Philistines, and Capharnaim. And Canaan brought forth Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth, and the Yezebite, and the Amorite, and the Girgashite, and the Hittite, and the Amorite, the Amarkite, and the Shinite, and the Arite, and the Semonite, and the Hamorite, and afterwards the clans of the Canaanites were spread abroad. And the border of the Canaanites was from Zion as you go toward Gahar, as far as Azar, as far as you go toward Sodom and Gomorrah, and Ammon and Seboim, as far as Lahash. These were the sons of Ham, according to their clans, according to their language, in lands in their nations. And also to Shem, the father of all the children of Eber, the brother of Japheth, the elder. Children were born. The sons of Shem were Elam, Asher, Arpachshad, Lud, Aram, and the sons of Aram, Utz, and Hul, and Gethor, and Mash. And Achar brought forth Shelab, and Shelab brought forth Eber. And to Eber were born 2 sons. The name of one was Peleg, for in his days the earth was divided, and his brother's name was Yoktan. And Yoktan brought forth Amalad, and Shephlem, and Haswari, and Uriah, and Hadram, and Yazel, and Teglah, and Opal, and Emil, and Sheba, and Ophel, and Hawali, and Johan. All these were born to the sons of Yotan. And their dwelling places were from Misha, as you go towards Shephar, a mountain, to the east. And these were the sons of Shem, according to their clans, according to their languages, to their lands, according to their nations. These were the clans of the sons of Noah, according to their generations, in their nations. And from these the nations were divided on the earth after the flood. Okay. Moving on to Joshua 14. Page on 219 of the scriptures. Now these are the children of Israel inherit the land of Canaan, from Eleazar the priest and Joshua son of Nun, and the heads of the fathers of the tribes of the children of Israel. Got the wrong glasses on. That's why I'm having issues. There we go. Caused them to inherit. Their inheritance was by lot, as Yahweh had commanded by the hand of Moshe, for the 9 tribes and the half-tribe. And Moshe had given the inheritance of the 2 tribes and half-tribe beyond the Jordan, but to the Levites he gave no inheritance in the midst. For the children of Joseph had become 2 tribes, Manasseh and Ephraim, and they gave no part to the Levites in the land, except cities to dwell in. and in their open land for their livestock and their possessions. As Yahweh had commanded Moshe, so the children of Israel did, and they divided the land. And the children of Judah came to Joshua in Gilead, and Caleb, son of Yephunneh the Kizanite, said to him, You know the word which Yahweh said to Moshe, the man of Elohim, concerning you and me in Kadesh Barnea. I was 40 years old when Moshe, the servant of Yahweh, sent me to Kadesh Barnea to spy out the land, and brought back word to him as it was in my heart. But my brothers who went up with me made the heart of the people melt. But I followed Yahweh my Elohim completely. And Moshe swore on that day, saying, The land of which your foot has trodden is your inheritance, and your children's forever, because you have followed Yahweh my Elohim completely. And now see, Yahweh has kept me alive, and as he said, these 45 years since Yahweh spoke this word to Moshe while Israel walked in the wilderness. And now see, I'm 85 years old today. Yet I am still as strong today as I was on the day that Moshe sent me. As my strength was then, so my strength is now, for battle, and for going out and for coming in. And now give me this mountain of which Yahweh spoke in that day. For you heard in that day how the Anakim were there, and the cities were great and walled. If Yahweh is with me, then I shall dispose them as Yahweh has said. Joshua then blessed him, and gave Hebron to Caleb, son of Jephunneh, as an inheritance. So Hebron became the inheritance of Caleb, son of Jephunneh the Israelite, to this day, because he followed Yahweh Elohim of Israel completely. Now the name of Hebron was formerly Araba, was the greatest man among the Amorite, and the land had rest from fighting. We're on to Psalms 12 and 13. It's on page 652 of Scriptures. Save Yahweh, for the loving committed one is no more. For the trustworthy have ceased from among the sons of men. They speak falsehood with each other. They speak with flattering lips, a double heart. Yahweh does cut off all flattering lips, a tongue that speaks swelling words, who have said, With our tongue we do mighty, our lips are our own, who is master over us? Because of the oppression of the poor, because of the sighing of the needy, I now rise, says Yahweh. I set in safety, he pants for it. The words is capitalized, well, the W is, of Yahweh are clean words. Once again, W capitalized. Silver tried in the furnace of earth, refined 7 times. The R's. You guard them, O Yahweh. You preserve them from this generation forever, and walk around on every side. When worthlessness is exalted among the sons of men. Psalms 13. How long would you forget me, O Yahweh, forever? How long would you hide your face from me? How long would I take counsel in my being? Grief is in my heart day by day. How long would my enemy be exalted over me? Look, answer me, O Yahweh, my Elohim, enlighten my eyes, lest I sleep in death. Lest my enemies say, I have prevailed against him. Lest my adversaries rejoice when I am moved. But I have trusted in your loving commitment. My heart rejoices in your deliverance. I sing to Yahweh because he has been good to me. Proverbs 10. Proverbs of Solomon. A wise son makes a father rejoice, but a foolish son is his mother's sorrow. Treasures of wrongness are of no value, but righteousness delivers from death. Yahweh does not let the being of the righteous go hungry, but he thrusts away the desire of the wrong. Poor is he who works with a lazy hand, but the hand of the hard worker makes rich. He who gathers in summer is a wise son. He who sleeps in harvest is a son who causes shame. Blessing is on the head of the righteous, but violence covers the mouth of the wrong. The remembrance of the righteous is blessed, but the name of the wrong one's not. The wise in heart accepts commands, but one with foolish lips falls. He who walks in integrity walks safely, but he who perverts his ways becomes known. He who winks with the eye causes sorrow, and one with the foolish lips falls. The mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life, but violence covers the mouth of the wrong. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all transgressions. Wisdom is found on the lips of him who has understanding, but a rod is for the back of him who lacks heart. The wise treasure up knowledge, but the mouth of a fool is near ruin. The rich man's wealth is in his son's city, is in his strong city. The ruin of the poor is their poverty. The wage of the righteous is for life. The increase of the wrong is for sin. He who heeds discipline is in the way of life, but he who refuses reproof goes astray. He who hides hatred has lying lips, and he who sends out a slanderer is a fool. When words are many, transgression is not absent, but he who restrains his lips is wise. The tongue of the righteous is choice silver. The heart of the wrong is of little value. The lips of the righteous shepherd many, but fools die for lack of heart. The blessing of Yahweh makes one rich, and he adds pain with it, and he adds no pain with it. To work out wicked schemes is like sport to a fool, but wisdom is for a man of understanding. What the wrong one fears comes upon him, but the desire of the righteous is granted. As the world one passes by, the wrong one is no more, but the righteous has an everlasting foundation. As vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes, so is the lazy one to those who send him. The fear of Yahweh prolongs days, but the years of the wrong ones are shortened. The righteous look forward to joy, but the expectancy of the wrong ones perish. The way of Yahweh is a stronghold for the perfect, but ruin to the workers of wickedness. The righteous is never shaken, while the wrong shall not dwell in the earth. The mouth of the righteous brings forth wisdom, but the tongue of perverseness is cut out. The lips of the righteous know what is pleasing, but the mouth of the wrong speaks perverseness. Matthew 10, page 928 of Scriptures. And having called his taught ones near, he gave them authority over unclean spirits, to cast them out, and to heal every disease and every bodily weakness. And these are the name of the 12 emissaries. First Simon, who is now called Peter, and Andre his brother. Jacob, son of Zebedee, and his brother John. Philip and Bartholomew. Thomas and Matthew, the tax collector. Jacob, the son of Alphaeus, and Levi, whose last name was Taddi. Simon, the Canaanite, and Judah, from Judah of Iscariot, who did also deliver him up. Yeshua sent these 12 out, having commanded them, saying, "Do not go into the way of the nations, and do not enter the city of Samaria, but rather go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as you go, proclaim, saying, the reign of the heavens has drawn near. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out demons. You have received without paying. Give without being paid. Do not acquire gold or silver or copper for your money belts, or a bag for the journey, or 2 undergarments, or sandals or staffs, for the worker is worthy of his food. And into whatever city or village you enter, ask who is worthy in it, and stay there until you leave. And as you enter into a house, greet it. And if the house is worthy, let your peace come upon it. But if it is not worthy, let your peace return to you. And whoever does not receive you nor hear your words, when you leave that house or city, shake off the dust from your feet. Truly I say to you, it shall be more bearable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. See, I send you out as sheep in the midst of wolves. Therefore be wise as serpents and innocent as doves. Be aware of men, for they shall deliver you they shall deliver you up to the Sanhedrins, and flog you in their congregations. And you shall be brought before the governors and sovereigns for my sake, as a witness to them and the nations. But when they deliver you up, do not worry about how or what you should speak, for it shall be given to you in the hour that you shall speak. For it is not you who speak, but the Spirit of your Father speaking in you. And brother shall deliver up brother to death, and a father his child, and children shall rise against parents, and shall put them to death. And you shall be hated by all for my name's sake. But he who shall have endured to the end shall be saved. Sorry, I had a kind of going a little bit off script here. Just something just popped out at me. And okay. Where was that verse? Okay, in Matthew. In Matthew 10, verse 22. And he goes, and you shall be hated by all for my name's sake. But he who shall have endured to the end shall be saved. in Revelation, and I know of 2 times I come off the top of my head where that is endurance is used. Revelation 3:10. Because you have guarded my word of endurance, I shall guard you from the hour of trial, which shall come upon all the world, to try those who dwell on the earth. And then 14:12. Here is the endurance of the set apart ones. Here are those guarding the commands of Elohim and the belief of Yeshua. So I don't know why, just I felt like I had to put that out there. So take with that with what you will. Picking up from Matthew 10:23. And they persecute and they will persecute you in this city. Flee to another. For truly I say to you, you shall by no means have gone through the cities of Israel before the Son of Adam comes. A taught one is not above his teacher, nor a servant above his master. It is enough for the taught one to become like his teacher, and a servant like his master. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more those of his household? Therefore do not fear them, for whatever is covered shall be revealed, and whatever is hidden shall be made known. What I say to you in the dark, speak in the light, and what you hear in the ear, proclaim on the housetops. Do not fear those who kill the body, but are unable to kill the being, but rather fear him who is able to destroy both the being and the body of Gimhan. Are not 2 sparrows sold for a copper coin, and not one of them falls to the ground without your Father? And even the hairs on your head are all numbered. So do not fear, you are worth more than many sparrows. Everyone, therefore, you shall confess me before men. Him I shall also confess before my Father who is in the heavens. But whoever shall deny me before men, him I shall also deny before my Father who is in the heavens. Do not think that I have come to bring peace on earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. For I have come to bring division, a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's enemies are those of his own household. Micah 7:6. He who loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he who loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he who does not take up his stake and follow after me is not worthy of me. He who has found his life shall lose it, and he that lost his life for my sake shall find it. He who receives you receives me, and he who receives me receives him who sent me. He who receives a prophet in the name of the prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he who receives a righteous one in the name of a righteous one shall receive a righteous one's reward. And whoever gives one of these little ones a cup of cold water only in the name of a taught one, truly I say to you, he shall by no means lose his reward. Shalom. Make it a great day. Read your Bible. Talk to the Father.